Here's what to do if a woman comes back after she left you. What to do when she comes back after walking away. Ever had a woman walk out of your life, say she needed space, time, or clarity, and then show up again like nothing ever happened? One minute she's silent and the next she's texting you, telling you she misses you. It's confusing. It stirs up old emotions. And if you're not grounded in who you are today, you could walk straight back into the same storm you barely survived. But this video isn't about how to get her back. This is about how to stay strong when she comes back. Because the real question isn't why she returned. It's who are you now? Are you still the man who waited, who chased, who doubted his worth, or have you grown into the man who knows what he brings to the table? If you're over 45 and tired of repeating the same emotional cycles, you're in the right place. We're going to break this down step by step with real talk, not fantasy. So stay with me until the end, because the final tip could change the way you see every relationship from this day forward. If you've ever had someone leave and come back, and you're not sure what to do next, hit that follow button. Drop your story in the comments and join this community of strong, smart men choosing self-respect over confusion. Let's get into it. So now she's back, and whether it's been weeks, months, or even years, she's reaching out again. Maybe with a simple, "Hey, I've been thinking about you," or a casual like on your old photo. But here's the hard truth most men ignore. Just because she came back doesn't mean she's changed. And if you don't slow down, if you don't pause to see it for what it really is, you could end up right back in the same pain you worked so hard to heal from. Let's dive into the first thing you need to understand. When she returns, this is where it all begins. The mindset that separates strong men from the ones who keep getting hurt. One, don't trust her return at face value. It's natural to feel a rush of emotion when she reaches out again. Your heart wants to believe that she finally realized your worth. That maybe she woke up one day and truly missed you. And maybe, just maybe, this time will be different. But you have to pause and ask yourself, why now? Not when you were hurting, not when you were reaching out, not when you needed closure. Now, out of nowhere. The truth is, her return doesn't automatically mean it's about love. And that's the part most men don't want to admit. Sometimes it's not about you at all. Sometimes it's loneliness. Sometimes it's ego. And sometimes it's just a test to see if she still has access to you, and if you welcome her back with open arms, no questions asked, she learns something dangerous. You didn't grow, you just waited. Let that sink in. A woman who left, no matter the reason, made a decision, based on how she saw you then. And if you don't show her that something has changed, that your boundaries have grown stronger, she'll assume she can come and go as she pleases. Don't be cold, don't be cruel, but don't be quick to forget either. You're not here to be a backup plan. You're not a safe landing spot when things don't work out elsewhere. You're a man who values his time, his peace, and his progress. So when she comes back, don't react emotionally. Don't chase answers. Don't hand her your heart the moment she knocks. Watch. Listen. Observe. If she's real, her actions will show it. If she's not, your silence will reveal it. Because this time, you're not falling into the fantasy. You're protecting the life you've rebuilt, and that is real power. 2. Control the first conversation. The moment she reaches out, most men feel a wave of relief, like a weight finally lifted. She's back. This must mean she wants to make it right. Right? Wrong. That first conversation isn't your moment to fix things. It's your moment to show her what's changed, not by your words, but by your energy. Here's what most guys do. They overshare. They try to explain their side. They ask questions they shouldn't. They open up too fast, too soon. But what does that tell her? It tells her that she still controls the tone, that even after everything, she can still lead the emotional charge. But a man who's grown doesn't fall into that. He doesn't jump at the chance to pour his heart out. He doesn't pretend like nothing happened. Instead, he stays calm, steady, brief. He's not rude, but he's not the same man she left either. This first conversation sets the tone for everything moving forward. It tells her whether she's walking back into the past or meeting a new version of you. You don't need to chase clarity anymore. You're not here to dig into what went wrong or relive the pain. That chapter is over. From now on, you speak from a place of self-worth, not need. You say less. You observe more. You let your new calm speak for you. She might try to pull the talk into old memories, emotional apologies, or remember when moments. Let her talk, but don't follow her there. Why? Because the second you follow her emotional lead again, you give her back all the power you earned in her absence. Remember, she left. That came with a cost. She doesn't just get to walk back into the same space without proving she's earned a place in your new life. Speak with control, hold your boundaries, and above all, let her see through your stillness that the man she once left isn't the man standing in front of her now. 3. Don't give her immediate access. Let's be real. When she finally reaches out, something in you lights up. Maybe you feel seen again, wanted, validated, and just like that, you're tempted to reply fast, make plans, pick up where things left off, but pause right there, because if she walked away before and now she's back, and you give her the same access to your heart, your time, and your life without hesitation, you've just told her that leaving you came with no consequences. And that's not strength. That's comfort, and comfort doesn't get respected. It gets taken for granted. Most men don't realize how fast they hand themselves over. She texts, and within minutes, they reply. She says, "I miss you," and suddenly, they're planning dinner. She shows interest, and they're wide open again. But here's the truth. She left. She stepped out of your life, whether for another man, for space, or for herself. Whatever the reason, she created distance, and now she's back. The question isn't what she wants. The question is, what will you allow? The man she left may have been available on demand, but the man you've become isn't rushing to hand over his time, his energy, or his emotions. You're not doing this out of spite. You're doing it out of self-respect. So don't open the door all the way. Don't go deep emotionally. Don't dive into long talks like nothing happened. Let her feel the change in your presence. Let her feel that she has to earn access to your world again, because that world doesn't revolve around her anymore. Move slower. Respond with intention, not emotion. Let her work to reconnect. Let her wonder if she still knows how to reach you. Because the man who gives everything away too quickly never gets to hold the power. But the man who protects his peace, he becomes the standard she never saw coming. 4. Test her intentions. Quietly. Here's something most men never learn. You don't have to ask her why she's back, because if you stay calm and quiet enough, she'll show you. Most guys, the moment she returns, go looking for answers. They want to know why she left, what changed, and what she wants now. They want clarity, closure, commitment, all in one conversation. But that need to understand, that urgency to figure it out. It puts her right back in control. Here's the truth. Women often return before they even know what they want. Maybe she's unsure. Maybe she's lonely. Maybe she just wants to see if you're still emotionally available. And if you give her all, your attention right away, if you let her back in without hesitation, she might not even need to decide, because now she has you without doing any work. So what do? You observe. You don't ignore her. But you don't open up your full emotional world either. You don't ask too many questions. You don't initiate deep conversations. You don't try to define anything too fast. Instead, you test her. Intentions in silence. Let time do the talking. Is she consistent? Does she follow through? Is her effort steady, or does it fade once she sees you're still there? Let her show you whether she's serious or just looking for comfort. This isn't about playing games. It's about being wise, because a woman who's truly ready to come back into your life, she won't be scared of the silence. She'll move through it with effort and respect. And a woman who isn't serious, she'll disappear the moment you stop giving her emotional fuel. That's the beauty of silent observation. It reveals the truth without you saying a word. 5. Keep your options open. When she comes back, it's tempting to drop everything, cancel plans, stop talking to other women, put your life on hold again, because maybe this time it'll finally work out. But that's exactly how men lose themselves. They make her return feel like a victory, when it should be treated like a test. Let's be clear, just because she reached out doesn't mean she's earned exclusivity. She hasn't proven anything yet. All she's done is send a message. Maybe. 2. That's not commitment, it's curiosity. And if you close the door on everything else in your life, your options, your freedom, your energy, just because she resurfaced, you've already put her back on the pedestal, and she didn't earn it. Strong men don't make emotional U-turns. They keep their options open, not out of disrespect, but out of wisdom. Because your life shouldn't pause every time someone decides to check back in. Stay open. Stay grounded. Stay busy living a life that isn't built around her approval. And if she wants a place in it, she'll have to work her way in. She should feel that the man she left is no longer sitting around waiting. Let her wonder, why is he harder to reach now? Who else has his attention? What changed in him while I was gone? Because when a woman realizes she's no longer the only one you see, she starts seeing you in a new light. That's not manipulation. That's value. The man who doesn't need to chase is the one she starts chasing. 6. Make her re-earn you. She left, whatever the reason, confusion, fear, another man, or just needing space, she made the decision to walk away. And now she's back. But just because she came back doesn't mean you hand her everything she once had. This isn't about holding a grudge. It's about holding your standards. If she wants to be in your life again, she has to earn it. Too many men get caught in the rush of familiarity. They say things like, "We had something special. She finally realized what we had. This time will be different." But if you jump back in too fast, you're sending a message you might not mean, that walking away had no cost, that your love, your energy, your time, it's just there, waiting, no matter what. That's not love. That's self-abandonment. You've changed, right? You've grown. You've worked on yourself. Then don't hand her the old version of you, the one who was too available, too forgiving, too eager to please. Let her show up with consistency. Let her prove through actions, not words, that she values what you bring to the table now. She doesn't need to make grand gestures, but she should respect your pace. She should show up when she says she will. She should listen, adapt, meet your energy with her own. If she truly wants to build something again, she won't be afraid of earning it. And if she is, then maybe she's not back for the right reasons. After all, you're not asking her to beg. You're asking her to value you. That's the difference between getting back together and getting it right. 7. Never go back to the old you. She may have come back, but don't let you go back, because here's the biggest mistake men make when a woman returns. They become the man she walked away from. They slip right back into old habits, chasing, overgiving, constantly seeking approval, and just like that, everything they've built in her absence crumbles. Listen closely. If you've spent time healing, growing, reclaiming your confidence, finding your voice again, don't abandon all. That just to make her feel comfortable. The man who needed her validation, he's gone. The man who ignored his own needs just to keep her around, he's done. The man who thought love meant losing yourself, he's not welcome anymore. You've earned your growth. You've paid the price in silence, in pain, in lonely nights, and now you're stronger, wiser, clearer. So when she returns, she should meet the new you, the version that doesn't beg, the version that doesn't flinch in the face of emotional Tests, the version that walks away if the energy no longer matches his worth, because if you go back to the man you were, she'll go back to feeling exactly how she felt before she left, and the cycle will repeat. But when you stand firm, when you stay grounded in your growth, you send a message without saying a word. You may have left, but I didn't stop becoming better. And that version of you? He doesn't chase. He doesn't settle. He chooses, and he chooses himself first. So here's the truth most men avoid. Just because she comes back doesn't mean she belongs back in your life. You've been through the silence. You've wrestled with the pain. You've done the inner work most never even start. So don't throw that all away for a moment of attention. Don't let her return undo your rebuild. If she's serious, let her show it. If she's not, let her go, peacefully, quietly, firmly, because at the end of the day, this isn't about her. It's about you, the man you've become, the peace you've created, the life you're building with or without her. Now, I want to hear from you. Has someone ever come back into your life after walking away? Did you stay strong, or did you slip back into old patterns? What did you learn about yourself through that experience? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and I respond too. And if this message hit home for you, tap that follow button, give this video a like, and share it with a brother who needs to hear it. You're not alone. We're all building a community here for men over 45 who are done chasing and ready to start choosing. Keep growing, stay grounded, and never go back to the man you had to outgrow.